Hello, welcome to today's edition of Pegasus Test. On today's edition, we're covering Stage 4 of Desert Brutality 2020, Armored plus P, Retreat. Alright, this is a fun stage, as they all are, and this one's got a lot of real-world military practicality in it because you're doing a retrograde movement. So how this stage runs is they take you up to the very end of the stage. There are two IPSC targets up on a hill that you can see. And behind a little cut in a berm, you have a third steel diamond target. So what you have to do is 2 shots on the left, 2 shots on the right, drop your mag, aim in at that diamond plate, get that hit with the round that's remaining in your chamber. And then your pistol is safe, you can holster it up, 180 rule doesn't apply. Then you grab a rocket launcher, which is really just an empty ammunition tube for an 120mm main gun round. You pick that up, you dash back to the first trench. Ditch it at the trench side or in the trench and engage those 2 steel targets up on the hill with 2 shots each. And then you go back to the second trench and then the third trench and then you're over. Now one of the options you had, you could leave your rifle loaded as long as you did not break the 180. And while I did that on retro heavy, you know, I found that by my own measure I was coming close to the 180 a little bit more than I wanted to, I guess I should say. And in that case, when they gave us the option to clear between stages to turn the rifle into a stick, I definitely availed myself of that chance. So did my teammates, and everybody agreed that that was definitely the way to go on this stage. So go ahead and take a look at my runs. Yes, runs, because I had to take a mulligan. And then we'll go over what happened.
Ready.
Shooter understand the course of fire.
I do.
Shooter ready.
Ready.
Stand by.
You got this, Les.
Fuck. Mortaring.
Alright. Slam a new mag in.
Oh, shit. Did I get a hit yet? No.
1, 2, 1, 2. Clear.
Alright, so this is my first run you saw, and this is indicative of all the problems I've been having along if you've been watching the series. in Armored Plus P, and that's just ammunition issues. While these issues did not really crop up in my testing before the match, they sure decided to show up with a vengeance during the match. So first thing I'm encountering, a lot of solid hits, but no round going off, which, you know, just waste time as you got to eject the round. And when I get back to the second trench, the problem I have there is a stuck case. And there's nothing you can do about that on the clock. When the stage was over, you know, I was able to go back. The match was kind enough to give me a mulligan because during the rules it was a malfunction that could not be cleared on the clock. And with the help of some other competitors, got a tool that could get in there, get a hold of it, and get that case out. Once we got it out, you know, things were working great, cycled it, everything seemed to be fine. Luckily, when I made my first run, I was pretty much near the end of the firing order anyways, so didn't have to wait long for my turn to come up and do my second run. So let's go ahead and take a look at that.
Charge it.
Good to go?
I need one more on that one.
Talk about being fucked in the head, huh?
There you go. Show me clear. Clear.
Apparently I'm in classic manual.
Bolts open. There you go, your chamber. 2. Time.
Okay, so second run didn't go any better than the first run, which was really frustrating. You know, because you can get a mulligan once during a match, and I just used it, and it didn't make a difference. So that was extremely frustrating. However, this time you notice I'm having problems right from the get-go again, and it's not the same problem. This time it's not ammunition, this time it is actually the gun. And this is just a thing I didn't check. Somehow, in all the maneuvering and around and people touching the gun, wanting to take a look at it, all that stuff from the first run, the gas regulator got moved. It's one of the things about the H car, it's very easy to maneuver, or excuse me, to manipulate that gas regulator at the end, and it has 3 settings, one for suppressed, one for regular, one for adverse conditions. And what had happened is the regulator had gotten moved out of regular to a position halfway between regular and adverse. And what that actually did is just, instead of increasing any gas flow, it decreased it and turned my rifle into 15 pounds of bolt action rifle, which, okay, I guess if you know about it, but when you don't and you're just fighting through it, it is frustrating in the extreme. Because, you know, you fire the round, it goes off, it ejects, but the next round's not there. Or you manually cycle it and it's just not there. Or, you know, it just, the gun's not going bang when you pull the trigger. So you've gone through all your process of aiming in, sight alignment, trigger control, breath control. You pull the trigger and nothing. Just nothing. So that's frustration in extreme, and you see it at the end. I mean, this is a stage that I should have been able to get to the last trench like I did in Retro Heavy with, you know, plenty of time to spare. And I'm dying in the second trench, and it's just very frustrating. Tactically speaking, you know, I decided to try to get a training value out of this, and you'll notice that when I go into each trench, I try to be tactical. I don't always succeed, to be honest, because I'm into the moment of the competition. But, you know, I get down, I take cover. A lot of competitors just stood there. In a run you're going to see in a minute from my teammate, he just stood up, took the shots offhand. That was definitely quicker. When I did my reloads, I tried to maintain some kind of cover and concealment, which, you know, is good for training value, but honestly, in a matched environment, that eats time that you may not have. All right, well, you definitely deserve to see this stage run to completion. So take a look at my teammate's run who makes it through without any of the major obstacles that I've encountered.
Find my bag in there. Go.
Come on, buddy, you got this.
Go. Clear.
Alright, there you have it. That's the stage looks like when it's run completely the way it's supposed to be. My thanks goes out to Compass Training and InRange TV. Digging those trenches and foxholes on this stage was a lot of work. Clearly they had some kind of machine to do it, but even still, to dig 3 trenches and 3 foxholes, pound posts into the ground, and all that stuff, that took a lot of time, effort, and energy on somebody's part, and it was definitely appreciated. We hope you found our coverage of Desert Brutality 2020 Stage 4 interesting and informative. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and tune in tomorrow for Stage 5.